Gemini, and welcome to your October 2018 love reading. So you and every other sign in the whole have got a combination of movement and restriction. Okay, now Venus is in retrograde in Scorpio. Venus is not happy in Scorpio. Venus is about expression, and Scorpio is about hidden things, okay? And also quite defensive, quite protective energy. And I love Scorpio, so there's no judgment here. But that's what its archetype represents, okay? So your reading, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4 cards about desire, forward motion, and you've only got 3 cards of holding back and restriction. Okay, so everyone's getting that combination of desire to move forward and the impulse to protect. Your central card is the adorable Page of Wands. I love this card, by the way. It talks about desire, okay? Now, if you look clearly at this card, this Page of Wands has quite a lot of opportunities. This might be you or whoever you're in relationship with, but there's one that's standing out and he's stepping forward towards claiming what he wants. Sometimes this Page of Wands, it can be like a teenager-y energy, so not quite sure what to do with it, whether to go forward and express it or hold it back. Now, your outcome is so different from your best path to follow, because right now your best path to follow is to keep a little bit of yourself back. It's very, very often this comes across as the best path to follow, Gemini. I can clearly see there's desire going on, and maybe what it's saying is just for now, it's not the best time to go forward and express that. This must be amazingly frustrating for all cross watchers, by the way. But the outcome is very, very different, so bear with me, okay? So you come into this energy with the Chariot clarified by the Queen of Pentacles. I'm going to have to clarify a lot of your cards. This is very much like your general reading. I feel this might be an earth sign, male or female, or I felt in your general reading the potential for that was there, but also you are moving forward regarding the earthy part of your life, okay? So anyone who's been looking for a job, that sort of thing, this is great energy, okay? Or you've been trying to put all your energy into that part of your life, but there's clearly the energy of desire here, and passion and attraction. You then go into the Eight of Swords, which is very much the same as this card. It's a restrictive, holding back energy. But for some reason, Gemini, you're being told that this is the best path to take at the moment. I know the cards don't always make sense. The only way we can make sense of our life is hindsight and looking back. But it's almost saying that being restricted is not that much of a negative, because you're then going to the beautiful Star card. Now this has to be the total opposite of these cards. In the Star card, she's naked for one thing, and she's pouring her waters, which is she's expressing herself, and she's allowing herself to be vulnerable, to be seen, and to be transparent. Also the Star card, when someone's been ill, it's a Star card that I look for to say, actually, don't even worry about it. You're moving into health. Something's about to move into a new chapter. My one negative thing about the Star card is do not spend too much time in wishfulness, because it's a waste of your energy. I tend to read it that way quite a lot because sometimes we can waste energy when we're, I wish this was happening, I wish this was happening, rather into action, because the Star card is with the Lover's card, which is about revealing yourself, expressing yourself, or someone doing this to you. And your outcome on this side is the Victory card. Success, victory, overcoming difficulties. But it looks like it's going to be a month, because Venus in Scorpio asks us to go right to the depths, okay? That's what Scorpio represents. And because of that, it tends to involve life, death, life, removal of energy into yourself. That's its sort of energy, and it's being played out here. The outcome is absolutely magnificent, okay? Now what's going on, the energy from your environment is the 9 of Wands. These are very much all the same energy. Now the energy of restriction, fear, people not expressing themselves, and they're not expressing themselves. The 9 of Wands is my PSD card. I've been hurt before, too frightened to be vulnerable. So they keep their guard up. But don't forget, a little bit of your advice here, Gemini, is to keep your feelings close to your chest for a little while, until the time is right, because boy, the time will be right by the end of the month. Now your hopes and fears is the Knight of Pentacles. Now, what to say about this? I adore the Knight of Pentacles first, but he moves so slowly. You get a feeling with the Knight of Pentacles that nothing's happening, but it is happening. But when we buy into that energy, that's when we can go into fear, rather than realise the Knight of Pentacles moves forward, but boy, are they cautious. I don't even think they take a step a day. I think they probably take a step every few weeks. And I think there's a fear here, Gemini. If you keep your feelings close to your chest, or you don't rush in, that you might lose the opportunity. You'll not lose this opportunity. But for one, it's almost like the timing's not quite right yet to go forward and express yourself. Maybe you don't have perfect clarity. Maybe the conditions aren't right, but they're going to be right, because the Ace of Swords has just appeared, which means you're about to make a really clear-cut decision about what it is you truly want and truly desire, or someone in your environment is doing the same with you, because that Ace of Swords cuts through all these potentials and gets it down to what you truly want, which is what Venus retrograde is all about. But I think the issue is the slowness of the movement. But for some reason, your advice is to keep your feelings a bit close to your chest here for now. And even though you might feel that you're in this state of frustration, you're blindfolded, it's all going to pass, guys, okay? Now, I don't know if this is you, the 9 of Wands, or it's the energy coming at you, but there's definitely a feeling of a little bit of... The 9 of Wands is a card about someone who's been in a war, okay? Or two people that have been in a war together. And so neither one is budging. One's on one side, one's on the other, but no one is meeting in the middle. The outcome is meeting, I think, more a bit more than meeting in the middle here. This is a meeting. But people revealing themselves, which is leading to a victory. And obviously the Lovers is a Gemini card, so some of you might have to make a choice between two people. The Page of Wands can sort of represent that as well, by the way. One of them might be an Aquarius, but not necessarily. I bear very, very little belief in that, and that's how the cards work. But try and make the decision that you make based on transparency, Gemini. So be real with yourself. What do you truly, truly want? And are you willing to risk putting your guard down in order to express yourself? I would say not right now, but towards the end of the month, because it's leading to victory and a really successful outcome. And I think Sagittarius got a beautiful reading as well, by the way. But the energy of this month is absolutely superb for you, particularly towards the end of it. But you are being asked to step back a bit here. Don't rush in, no matter how much a temptation, because the Page of Wands can be quite a strong sexual energy of desire, being drawn towards someone. But there's definitely an energy about keeping your feelings a bit close to your chest, just for a little bit more time, Gemini, okay? I'm intrigued, guys. Loads of love. Bye.